Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876-922-4112 to 5, 876-922-4112 to 5. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can call us on WhatsApp as well. That number is 876 365 3346. 876 365 3346. Good afternoon to Neil Curtis, founder and CEO of Farm Up Jamaica. Always good to see you online, Neil Curtis. Calvin Lake, good afternoon to you too. Norman Wright, thanks for the usual gems that you transmit to us via WhatsApp. We appreciate that. And we're seeing a voice note here. Oh, somebody's saying I'm trying to tune in on YouTube and not getting through. Try again. The stream had stopped, but it's up and running again. Up and running again. Thank you for your message and all the very best. Roy, good afternoon to you. Sharing a New York Post, a copy of the New York Post with us. The cover, Trumpty Dumpty, is the headline. All right. Don't know if that's real or it has been photoshopped. Good afternoon to Dr. Merritt B. Henry. Trust all is well with you. Richie Nibar, what has he shared with us now? A link, a Facebook link. We'll check that out at some point when we're able to. Thank you. Someone has also sent us a couple of links, but we can't access those links. Arlene Clark, good afternoon to you as well, and all the very best. Don't know if this message is still relevant. Apparently, it came in on the 9th of November, and well, let's see what it says. Good night, Dervan. I would like you to highlight this serious concern. Dervan, my niece came home from school this evening. This was on the 9th of November. And said to me that she fell from the top of the step to the bottom on her belly due to the fact that a student accidentally stepped on her uniform shirt due to the extra length that the school requires. Then she also highlighted to me that several times other students had fallen because of the length of the skirt. This is Holy Childhood School, and she is in grade 7. I asked her what did the teachers do when she fell. She said they took her to the nurse. Dervan, you see the other problems arising from these extra long skirts worn at school? How do I know if my niece did or did not sustain an injury from the fall? I'm going to take her to our private doctor, and so you should. Sorry to hear of this situation. The message goes on. Please, Dervan, emphasize the need for the school authority and the Ministry of Education to look into this matter. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to call the school myself to talk about the issue. These children, they don't see the danger. I have to tell her to lift the skirt up when she's walking. How many times she's going to remember that? Then you are at school and have to be concerned about the length of the skirt each time you decide to walk. This is serious. How could that make sense? Well, I humbly suggest that you seek audience with the relevant office holders at the school and work from there. That's what we suggest. Thank you very much for your message. Brother Michael, good afternoon to you as well. Thank you for joining us online. Also online, we have James in East London, who is sharing with us the usual collection of stories from yesterday. Well, we're going to skip yesterday since we were on an outside broadcast yesterday. But today, 22 Albanians deported on special flight to Tirana. Cash machine thieves used diggers to steal £300,000 in raids across Kent. Manhunt for boy 16 suspected of stabbing man to death on street with two other youths. Stabbings are really rampant in the UK. East London man who made £2.3 million selling illegal Sky TV boxes for £95 has been jailed for 2.5 years. And Sean is telling us good afternoon. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you too, Sean. All the best. Neville Salah Solomon says, Dervan, the crash on Old Hope Road where the two soldiers died. The government needs to do something about that piece of road. The government needs to relocate those houses on the corner and widen the road. If you don't know the road, you could find yourself in problem. Several vehicles run into that wall. I'm Salah from Kingston. Thanks for your message, Salah. I'll reserve my comments until a little time has passed. In the meantime, condolences to the family of the deceased. Taking more of your calls on 876-922-4112-5. 876-922-4112-5. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can call us on WhatsApp as well. That number is 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. The Gleaner continues to share some life-changing stories you can read on, and the issues we've been having on our roads as far as speeding is concerned is the subject of Peter Espute's column today. That's quite relevant at this time. And we want to hear you on these matters. 876-922-4112-5. 876-922-4112-5. We're also told that the first batch of relief nurses are to arrive in the first week of December. And this has to do with a program aimed at addressing the shortage of specialist nurses on the island. This week is Radiographers Week, another observance. Good afternoon to all the radiologists listening to us here on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Good to have you on board, and all the very best. Please allow us as well to wish JMMB a happy anniversary. I think they're celebrating, is it 35 years? Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to JMMB as you celebrate 30 years. 30 years of contribution to the Jamaican society and obviously the people. And congratulations to We know what one swallow does not a summer make, but well done to the Reggae Boys who drew 1-1 with Cameroon on Wednesday, and the Reggae Girls also did well in their friendly international. Congratulations to the Reggae Girls. Let's continue now with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. The numbers to call 876 922 4112 to 5. 876 922 4112 to 5. Text line same as the WhatsApp number, 876 365 3346. 876 365 3346. Let's go to the phone lines once again. Uh, we're going to Sean on the WhatsApp line, same as the text line. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Uncle Dervan. Malcolm, how are you doing, sir?
I'm giving thanks for life, and you?
I'm great. I'm great so far. You guys are giving some problems on YouTube. I don't know what's going on with the live streaming.
The live stream is up and running. I'm on it and I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, thank you very much. You almost make a mistake a while ago. You say that JMMB celebrates 35 years. It's their 30th anniversary
Well, I
this
did
year.
correct myself. Sorry that you missed the correction.
Yes. Oh boy, thank you. Such is life. Sometimes we can mix up words because we are aging. I have a very interesting subject on my mind right now. Talk to me about family boundaries. How should I tell a family member that I love them? Sometimes I get argue and fight with them sometimes. I don't know what love really is. I don't know how to tell a family member how I love them. Talk to me about family boundaries. How should I set boundaries?
Sounds like you need help from a counselor.
Yes.
I have no such training. I would humbly suggest
Okay.
that you seek audience with a counselor who would be in a
Yes,
much better
yes,
position to
yes.
help you to deal with those matters. We have to go to the break. Thank you very much for the call. Take care.
Coast to Coast Concrete, the high quality concrete for fencing, roofing, foundation, and road surfacing. Call 876 754 7472. The time by Coast to Coast Concrete is 3 o'clock.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876 922 4112 to 5. The Pan American Health Organization is telling us that the number of people with diabetes in the Americas has more than tripled in 3 decades. Growing rates of obesity, poor diets, and lack of physical activity, among other factors, have contributed to a more than threefold increase in the number of adults living with diabetes in the Americas in the past 30 years. That's according to a new report by the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO. The PAHO Panorama of Diabetes in the Americas, released in the run-up to World Diabetes Day, which is the 14th of November, calls on countries to improve early diagnosis, increase access to quality care for diabetes control, and develop strategies to promote healthy lifestyles and nutrition. At least 62 million people live with diabetes in the Americas, a number which is expected to be much higher given that around 40% of those with the disease are unaware that they have the condition. If current trends continue, the number of people with diabetes in the region is projected to reach 109 million by 2040. The increase in cases of diabetes over 3 decades is linked to an increase in risk factors. Two-thirds of adults in the Americas are overweight or obese, and only 60% get enough exercise. The report also points to an alarming trend among young people in the region. Over 30% of them are now considered to be obese or overweight, almost double the global average. These high rates of diabetes highlight the urgent need for countries to focus on prevention and the promotion of healthy lifestyles, said Dr. Anselm Hennis, Director of the Department of Non-Communicable Diseases and Mental Health at PAHO. At the same time, it is crucial to ensure early diagnosis and good disease management, which are key to controlling diabetes and preventing diabetes-related disability and poor health. The report shows, however, that just 12 countries in the region have the 6 basic technologies required for the management of diabetes in public health facilities, including equipment for measuring blood glucose, tests for the early diagnosis of complications, and urine test strips for glucose and ketone analysis. It is crucial that everyone elsewhere has access to these basic diagnosis and management tools needed to prevent related disability. The report also noted that people with diabetes have higher risks for severe forms of COVID-19 and death, highlighting the importance of integrating diabetes care into preparedness and response plans for emergencies. In order to reduce the prevalence of diabetes and enable those with diabetes to lead healthier lives and avoid complications, the report calls on countries like Jamaica to improve the capacity for early diagnosis of diabetes and for the prevention of diabetes-related complications, increase availability and access to quality diabetes care, including essential medicines such as insulin, glucose monitoring devices, and self-management support, build strategies and policies to promote healthy lifestyles and nutrition, and prevent obesity. And finally, for the time being, strengthen surveillance and monitoring to ensure good diabetes control. This is a most instructive and detailed report from the Pan American Health Organization. We'll see if we can share some more with you as the program progresses. But first, we're getting a call from Vision of New York. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Hey, Mr. Dervan, how are you there?
I am giving thanks for life. And you?
Well, doing great, man. Doing great. It's a wet day in New York, and it's Veterans Day.
Yes, it's
I know,
Veterans
yeah.
Day, and that's the information we have, of course. Information we shared earlier on about the weather. So it's still raining as we speak.
Yeah, we speak right now. Yeah, it's raining. Yeah.
Well, you try and keep dry and warm.
Yeah, well, we're doing our best, of course. Well, I had a little bit conversation with you about. I was listening to that in here, and they was talking about, exporting that we need to do that in order to break the cycle of poverty. So it seems as if we're sitting on somewhere, some hidden treasure that we have not discovered yet, or we maybe just discovering that we are sitting on a lot of treasures, which I know we are sitting on a lot of treasures in Jamaica. And I'll bring us a few of them, even with you. You were right out there in Queens, not so long ago, about 2 years or so ago, talking to a man from Iraq called Michael Duncan.
Yes.
And he was telling you about some stuff he was waiting for from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And, stuff that should have been sold like 6 times over, and he still could not get them at the time when you were there talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I want to ask you, what is the difficulty in exporting? Why we can't get stuff on the island to these countries that really need our our productions, our produce, our everything almost what we have in Jamaica, where we can't get them out.
I don't know that we
I was asking
I don't know that we can't get them out. We have been, and we continue to export agricultural produce from Jamaica to other countries in the region and the wider world. The extent to which we're able to consistently, keyword, consistently supply the demand is can be a challenge at times. And so clearly, sorry, go ahead.
But why so? Why is it challenging when it's so easy to bring in stuff into the island? It's easy to import it, but it's hard to get it out. That's what I can understand.
Perhaps because we don't have the capacity, we don't currently enjoy the capacity in terms of our agricultural processes, the all the elements that go into producing these agricultural items. Uh, it's not working as synergistic as it needs to. There's still some work to be done. There is work going on as well, and it seems to me it just calls for leadership to be quite clear as to what the objectives are, what the plans are, and what the procedures are, and to galvanize support from public and private sector so that we have all hands on deck to be able to improve our output so that we can one day, hopefully, sometime in the future, be exporting more than we're importing. We hope to get back there at some point.
We really need to step on that, man, because just like how we can put out a lot into tourism, to bring tourists into the country and to get those shoes that are from the tourists. I don't think if we put that into agriculture, as I heard that man, Mr. Fulton, said that there's no government ever take agriculture seriously the way that, agriculture should be taken in a serious way that, they can gain the wealth that is in agriculture. It's as if they're just not taking it serious the way it should. And I believe the time is past. I would not even say the time is right now. But I think it has passed when we should be really taking agriculture so serious because there's so much wealth in agriculture that I believe the day we take agriculture serious, then Jamaica will begin to pay down on its debt. And in a piece of 5 years, if we begin to can import stuff the way it should, I think we should be debt free. And all those idle lands, as you have a caller where said to put those idle lands into idle hands, give the land to people that they farm up the land. As Mr. They was telling me that we're not producing enough, which I can't see why we are not producing enough, because the land, we have the land are there. The land is lying across the island. Why we're not using it up? I heard you went to China and you were saying when you look in China, there's no unused space in China. Every nooks and crannies occupied. So why we have the land just sitting down there? We say we are in a land, we are in a place where it's food and water and those kind of stuff. But I would add land to it. A place of land, wood and water.
Yeah, it requires it requires leadership and a deliberate and deliberate action, not just doing something and expecting there to be some kind of automaticity that automatically that will lead to some kind of regeneration of agricultural production in this country. It's going to take more than that. It has to be a deliberate approach. We have put it out there before in our travels across the diaspora and based on conversations with members of the diaspora, especially those involved in entrepreneurship, those who are business people operating restaurants, shops, grocers, or grocery stores, etc. And I, having had that kind of exposure, then publicly put it out, and we have done it over the years. We haven't done it in a little while, but to say to the let's say the Minister of Agriculture in Jamaica, calling a meeting or a conference or a symposium, whatever it is, a gathering of Jamaican entrepreneurs in the diaspora, those who operate restaurants and other outfits, other outlets in, let's say, for argument's sake, let's start with the United States of America and Canada. Get them together, listen to them, hear what their needs are, and ask them the question, how can we help you? How can we here in Jamaica help you? Mind you, there are a couple of Jamaican owned enterprises that are already growing crops in Jamaica and shipping them directly to their operations in the United States. There are those. There we have a few of those. But the idea is to bring everybody together. The idea is to bring everybody together and just find out what the needs are and what do we have to do as a country in order to benefit from the opportunities which abound in the United States and Canada. And then we go back to our respective offices and businesses, and we start planning, organizing, structuring, and preparing for that kind of development. If we're not doing that, then we are still working at cross purposes. You doing your little over there, you doing yours over there, up there, down there, around there, and everybody going in a different direction. So the leadership needs to call everybody together within the field, especially those who benefit from the sale and purchase and growth of agricultural produce. So without that leadership, it's just going to continue meandering. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now 3:15.
Thanks for holding. Please continue.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So why is that not being done? Why is that and they're not taking it serious? You know, it not being or is not being really not that important. What is it? Why? Because I mean, why would we sit in on so much wealth and it just being there like lying down, being down and you just not, you can't get off the ground. I'll give you another example. You were talking to a man just when the pandemic was about to hit here, and he was about to bring some mangoes into New York into the New York area. And you were trying to ask him how much of that's one of those mangoes. How much of the mango be going for, and he would not tell you. When I went over there and back then we tried to get one of those mangoes. I think I was like 10 pounds of mango in the bag. And one of those bags was for $58. And the line was so long that before I got up to the front of the line, there was a person in the line because they tend to farm the line from the other end. and people were standing there in the heat there. I think they didn't get some of the mango. I think it was the heat or the cold, what it was that time. Some people didn't get some of those mangoes. That's how much the demand is so strong that even if you had they were selling for $70 a box, people would buy them. Why? Because they are Jamaican. They are from Jamaica. And anything from Jamaica, I'm telling you, people do everything. Right as I'm speaking right now, people opening shop on our heads. Even from Mexico, the other day I walked into a shop and Branson Boulevard over there. And these people that I saw, they were like Korean. So I said, where you guys from? They said, we're Mexican, we're from Mexico. I said, wow, even you catering for us, because all they have in this store is about our people. So everybody, like opening shops and living on our head, while we I don't know what we do with ourselves.
We're busy. We're busy fighting each other.
Man, we got to break away from this, man. We have too much that can be done. Too much. Even I look at them what being spending on tourism, like all those commercials, being paying up for those commercial on TV. I know they cost a lot of money. And, right now, you don't even need to put even a quarter that you need to put on TV. And you don't even need to run a TV ad to bring in anything from Jamaica.
Well, we still have a lot of work to do in the field of tourism, because we want to ensure that as much of that tourism dollar as possible is stays here in Jamaica. That is key. I think I hear it somewhere between, is it 30 to 50 cents in each dollar, something like that actually stays here. Some people dispute the figure if you go above 30. But the idea is we have to be more sustainably resourceful to be able to be able to consistently provide the solutions for so many of the problems that we endure here in Jamaica. And it takes a lot of will. It takes a lot of will and purpose and stick-to-itiveness and determination and commitment. And the question is, who is going to lead in that regard? And it's
that should be those who are in charge. They're the one at the forefront that, in leadership, so they're the ones supposed to pave the way. Yes. For the little man, the little small, the little man out there to whenever I put this stuff in the ground, that's just market for it, because there's a wide open market right here. I heard that man in Canada been telling you the same thing, and I would say even in England, there's a wide open market in these first world countries. There's a wide open market right here in New York as we speak. And you come by here and you've been around these stores, you've been to the Rock, and these places, you've been to Sam's over there in Long Island, and you don't know if you've gone to the Korean stores and you see all they've been catering is about Jamaica. I mean, the Caribbean, yes, but Jamaica is their main market. Yes.
Yeah, for what it's worth, there was recently there was a gathering recently of Jamaicans in the diaspora in the field of agriculture. The minister himself was in attendance, the Honorable Pernell Charles Jr., Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries. They had a town hall meeting, Jamaican Foods and Investment Opportunities. That was the subject. Jamaican Foods and Investment Opportunities. It was held at, well, it will be held, I beg your pardon, at the Consulate General of Jamaica in New York this evening at 6 o'clock.
Oh,
So
oh, I never heard of it, really.
yes, it's happening at the Consulate General of Jamaica this evening at 6. And I think they say they have limited standing room in the consulate. Well, not standing room, limited room in terms of uh, the face-to-face component. So I'm
Yeah, because it's not really have a big place of such, really. And,
right.
you say at the Jamaican consulate?
Yes, the Jamaican consulate in New York.
Yeah, it's not a big office, so, yeah, this space will be limited.
So the program will start at 6 o'clock this evening and go until 9. Patrick Maitland is going to be emceeing. He's the publisher of The Agriculturalist. And the program shows us having national anthem first, then a prayer by Reverend Gladstone Johnson, official welcome remarks by Mrs. Alcyon Wilson, Consul General at the Consulate General of Jamaica in New York, followed by a topic here, agribusiness trend and updates. Neil Curtis, Director of Farm Up Jamaica, will be in on that. Shane Angus, Regional Manager for North America offices of JAMPRO, will be involved in that. And then we will have the introduction of the guest speaker by Dr. Karen Dunkley, and the guest speaker, the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, will be speaking. He's a guest speaker. And there will be a question and answer session which will lead to a broader discussion of matters discussed and yet to be discussed. And then there will be a special.
So you're gonna be on any social media like on YouTube or any media?
I am not seeing that. I'll have to check. I'm not seeing any indication that it will be live on any of the platforms. I'll have to double check. I'll have to double check. So here's what, let me see this. Here's what you can expect at the town hall this evening. If you haven't done so yet and want to attend, please send me your first and last name. So that's from Neil Curtis of Farm Up Jamaica. But I'm still looking. The Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries is also set to tour the the Golden Cross manufacturing facilities. That should have happened already between midday and 3 o'clock this afternoon. The factory tour of Golden Cross in I'm not sure which of the locations. This is Park Avenue in the Bronx. But I'm not seeing any links.
That's at their main building, their main office down there.
Yeah. I'm not seeing any links in terms of for Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. I'm not seeing that. So it seems it's going to be, for the most part, a face-to-face session. I'm going to look at another WhatsApp here to confirm whether there are viewing options for this.
Yeah, and I think that should be on some kind of platform where, others who can get to attend could at least see what's going on, because there should be something major, I don't think it should be, it should minimize just to view face to face. It should be like really out there in the public that other people can view it, because
so assuming that everything has gone according to plan, they had a breakfast meeting this morning with importers of Jamaican produce. There was a breakfast meeting at the Simpson Restaurant and Bar, Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. And from midday to 3 this afternoon, there was a factory tour And from 6 to 9 this evening, it will be the town hall meeting with looking at Jamaican food and investment opportunities at the Jamaican Consulate, 767 3rd Avenue in New York City. And then tomorrow, Saturday, from 8 in the morning, from 8 to 10 in the morning, there will be a market tour, Caribbean Depot, Gito Farmers Market at 38 Brooklyn Terminal Market in Brooklyn, New York. And then at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, Saturday evening, there will be a reception held in honor of the minister, Pernell Charles Jr., at a location called Day Abroad Village at 12 Park Street in Brooklyn, New York. And then on Sunday the 13th, there is, Panache will be celebrating their 8th annual fundraising gala. And so there's an event. I would imagine with a lot of Jamaican food being consumed there. So that's the information we have. Oh, hold on. Here's some more information now. So in terms of links, let's see. These are the links for the agriculturalist. Let me see. The agriculturalist on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is at the agriculturalist. That's the handle. So the @ sign and one word, the agriculturalist. At the agriculturalist. If you need to find the agriculturalist, Patrick Maitland is the publisher, and you can find him on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at the agriculturalist. If you wish to be in touch with Pernell Charles Jr., his handle is at P Charles Jr. at P Charles Jr. and also at MOAFJM at MOAFJM. And on Facebook as well, facebook.com/P Charles Jr. And also on Facebook, The Agriculturalist, at facebook.com/The Agriculturalist, and at facebook.com/CG Jamin New York. So that's what's in store this weekend in New York as far as agriculture is concerned and Jamaica's interest.
Protecting Jamaica's borders from illicit imports and exports is a key priority for the Jamaica Customs Agency. The JCA will remain vigilant and resolute in effectively
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Driver in America is calling us on the WhatsApp number, same as the text line, 876-365-3346. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Out here in the running, man, whenever I remember say a veterans day, till I heard, a few people mention it. And Brother Dervan, I want to salute because I know for we Jamaicans serve as veterans, Believe me, man, from in my time, from Okinawa in the north to Diego Garcia down in the Indian Ocean, anywhere you go, you buck up by Jamaica contingent. You know what I mean? Man, all look in the Philippines, man, I buy goat and butcher goat on Saturday and we all get together. You know what I mean? So salute to all the Jamaican veterans, that serving the American armed services. on this year. Blessings.
We join you in
Yes, Brother
saluting them.
Dervan.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, no, I allow you to say that, the media, your station, join in that because, I know it's from the heart. And I will segue into the fact that you are very familiar with the place that about in the Bronx here just now. I'm really link up media and all them people there, right, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Uptown, Gale and them people, Bronx.
Yes.
Yes. That area, when I came here, 1977, believe me, man, you know what I mean? It was so, we did so scanty that any man who speak with the action, we just link together, because the American, black American used to give me hell. Running
Really?
from and carry coconut and this and that. And they go on to Jamaica and them, all of the Italian, them, everybody run out Jamaica and them buy off the whole of the house, them in the area. Uptown, right there where he's talking about, is just Jamaican. All of them, I'd say 80% of the dwellings uptown there. Gunny Hill Road, go up. Hamilton Avenue, go up. White Plains Road, all them places. You know them places, right, Brother Dervan?
Yes, quite familiar. Uh-huh.
See, sir. Yeah, me know, man. Cause me hear it.
Sorry, the line is breaking up, driver. Hello? The quality of the call has deteriorated. The quality of the call has deteriorated. Hello? I don't know if you are hearing me, but if you are, just hang up and call back. You're likely to get a better connection. Yes, please. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. And let's clear some messages. Steve in Toronto, Canada. Good afternoon, Steve. Thanks for tuning in. Happy weekend to Sir D and the Power 106 family coming from Kojak Country Lifestyle YouTube channel. Keep up the outstanding work, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for your message, Willie Wilson. He says, I'm hearing you loud and clear. That's good to know, Willie Wilson. Frederick Miller says, good afternoon. The people who call text from the United States have all the solutions. Why they don't come back home to fix Jamaica? Well, there are many ways and many angles from which one can contribute to the fixing of Jamaica. One doesn't necessarily have to be here in Jamaica, living in Jamaica, to be able to supply a fix to a problem in Jamaica. At some point, yes, one will need to travel, but not in terms of living in Jamaica in order to make a difference in Jamaica. We have more than enough real life stories, and we have done tons of interviews at home and abroad along those lines. So we know what we're talking about. You'd be amazed at some of the great things that outstanding Jamaicans across the diaspora have been doing and are still doing in the name of Jamaica, land we love. Ricardo is shouting out everybody as usual from Glengoff in St. Catherine. Thank you very much for your message. Let's clear some more messages now on our WhatsApp line. This one says, Mr. Malcolm, there's an echo whenever you or the callers speak. What are you listening to? Where's the echo coming from? You'll have to help us there. What are you listening to? Send us a reply to that question, please. What are you listening to? Let's go up the line. Clifford says, greetings to you and Jamaica. Here is a suggestion. There is a little yellow whistle with hanging strap for wearing around the neck. I call it rape whistle. My wife and daughter keep one in their bags. You can hear that little whistle over a mile away when it is blown. Dollarama Dollar Store in Canada sells them. Take one home for Christmas. They will come in very handy in times of danger. Stay safe, Jamaica, says Clifford in Canada. Well, any solution that can enhance safety is welcome. Any safety solution that passes the test is welcome. Jamaica Love says, bless up teach in class, one love, Sir D. To you too, Jamaica Love. Thank you for your message and all the very best. As we continue with more on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876-922-4112 to 5, 876-922-4112 to 5. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can call us on WhatsApp as well. That number is 876 365 3346. Happy birthday to Shelly-Ann Barker, who is celebrating her special day today, coming from your mom, Elaine Barker, and your other family members, your brother, Ludlow Barker, and all the other members of the family, the grandchildren, etc., etc., etc. Happy birthday, Shelly-Ann Barker, and all the very best. Continuing with more on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Andrea Davis says, I'm listening to the radio 106.9 in Ewerton. All right, so I'm going to send your messages right now to the transmission TV and radio WhatsApp group for them to for the listener to explain to them exactly what she's hearing on the radio. So we are just about getting ready now to forward her contact details to the engineering WhatsApp group. We just did over to the team in the radio and TV transmission WhatsApp group. 876-922-4112 to 5. Those are the numbers to call, taking your calls and your messages, taking your messages as well on WhatsApp, 876-365-3346, 876-365-3346. Oh dear, when did this happen now? Here's a story, an updated, well, this one is new.